tradition has been building. Playoff basketball is back.
This crowd, they are so fired up.
Stay down with me or let me go. Start to whip out your clothes. Inspire me to whip up the flow.
It's about will and skill.
It's just him and the rim.
Boom, me trying to keep it simple.
As the quest begins, the destination is clear. Only one way to learn.
Just keep it safe. Gotta pay for the flight.
Only one way through. 16 teams, one goal.
For the win!
This is the test.
Living in the trenches is survival of the fittest.
A 16-9 LA lead, and Steve Ballmer can catch his breath.
And James Harden going against Luka, that little drop off. And I love that Zubac doesn't try to dunk it, he just shoots a little floater. And then Paul George, this is why you don't want to collapse on the Clippers, because you're going to give open shots to PG-13. Roll threat, and then Luka Doncic. We talked about this pick and roll with Zubac. This is the one he wants. This is the matchup that he has been living on against the Clippers, and right there knocks it down.
Freeze the bomb at the end of the first, and the Clippers lead it by 12. Second quarter action coming up next after this presentation. The NBA playoffs continuing following this message and a word from our ABC stations. The Clippers making their 18th playoff appearance in franchise history this season. They have made it to the conference semis 8 times, but have only reached the conference finals 1 time back in 2021 when they lost to the Suns. And they are one of 5 active franchises without an NBA Finals appearance. They are by far and away the team with the most amount of completed seasons without an appearance in the finals among the 4 major men's professional sports. And Dallas Mavericks and Ty Lue going to take a timeout. His team has a 15-point second quarter lead. Off Tracker brought to you by Progressive. Taking a look at our Western Conference bracket. Minnesota, a 1-0 series lead on Phoenix. Denver, the edge on the Lakers. Later tonight, the Thunder and the Pelicans. Let's take a look at Luka Doncic's day thus far, Richard.
Yeah, Luka is still trying to navigate this. Clippers are doing a good job against him, staying down, and even that's a difficult shot at the end of the shot clock. This is the 3 against the big. He wants to pull him away, but they are just causing problems. Look, Luka is the leading scorer in this league. He will figure it out. The goal is just not let him dominate the.
That will do it for the first half. The Clippers throttling the Mavericks in this opening half. How about Harden and Westbrook? 30 points combined, as many as the Mavericks had as a team in the opening half. And a 26-point lead for the Clippers at halftime in Game 1. Malika and the crew coming up with a Toyota halftime next.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet, is brought to you by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google.
We welcome you back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. It is the first round presented by ESPN Bet. The Clippers, a 56-30 lead on the Mavericks as we get ready to start the third quarter of Game 1. Taking a look at our first half stats brought to you by Charles Schwab. The 30 points for Dallas, the fewest ever in a playoff half. They're 22% from the floor. They're worst in the last 25 playoffs and 8 points in the paint. Tied for their fewest in a half this season as we welcome you back courtside. Ryan Rucco alongside Richard Jeff for Dallas. They've already scored more in the frame than they did in the entire second.
Yeah, and then off the jump ball. Look, Luka just tees it up perfect for Kyrie. One of the easier shots that the Dallas Mavericks have had in this game thus far.
NBA First Round presented by ESPN Bet is brought to you by Walt Disney World Resort.
Response from Dallas after being down 29, they've cut it to 20.
And Luka Doncic starting to get going there, knocking down the three. And then Kyrie helping his teammates. Mavs with 30 points in the first half, 22 points so far this quarter.
Third, Dallas scores 34 points in the frame after just 30 the entire first half, but the Clippers still lead by 23. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Needs a timeout. What was a 29-point deficit has been whittled down to 15.
And Luka slowly getting his team back, knocking down another three. Mavericks down by 15 with 8 to go.
NBA First Round is presented by ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN.
Use one of their use it or lose it timeouts with 3:27 to go.
Has the advantage because they are going to come back and they're going to make adjustments. Meanwhile, the Clippers are going to keep everything consistent and then try and raise their level.
So they take a 1-0 lead on Dallas with their Game 2 coming Tuesday night. You see the rest of the Western Conference playoff bracket. Once again, the final score, the Clippers 109, the Mavericks 97. For our producer, Rodney Vaughn, our director, Jeff Evers, Richard Jefferson, Cassidy Hubbard, and our entire ABC crew. I'm Ryan Rucco. Coming up next, ABC World News Tonight on your local news, except on the West Coast. Good night from LA, and thanks for watching ABC, the home of the NBA Finals.